Hey, gang, this is Mark Junkerman. Just call me Junk or Junkman. I am an active law enforcement commander in the state of Maryland, and I'm also a friend of ICISF. I'm here today to give you a quick CISM perspective as part of the ICIS package that is being circulated on YouTube. So we're here in Junk's yard, and we're going to talk to you a couple minutes about some ideas about CISM. So there is an American by the name of William Arthur Ward, who is kind of thought of as the quotable quote man. And one of the things he penned at one point was an idea about change. And what he said was that the pessimist complains about the wind. The optimist, he or she expects the wind to blow. But the realist is the one who adjusts the sails. And that's kind of what I want to talk to you a little bit about here today from that perspective. You know, we are in a very tumultuous time. The winds of change are blowing. And it is a very challenging, it can be very challenging to us as professionals and just as people, just as citizens. So along those lines, I'm reminded what a colleague of mine tells me. You know, normal is just a cycle in the washing machine, and fair is just a weather condition. So that kind of applies to let's call our sailing motif today. Here's what I want to suggest. You know, with all the change and with all the angst that can cause, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. So one of the things I'd like to challenge all of us to do today in this first installment is to follow what I call the daily mantra. This is a practice, and it's 3 easy parts. The first part of the mantra is to commit to a purpose. Every day you have to have a reason for getting out of bed. You have to have some sort of driving force. It doesn't have to be anything huge. It can be something small, but it's yours, and it's something that you're choosing to do. So today, for me, it's trying to do my first little CISM perspective here. So that's the first step. The second part of that mantra is to take ownership for yourself. You know, it's very easy, as we said, to get overwhelmed. It's very easy to often blame or focus on what we can't do, or focus on the obstacles in our way, as opposed to how we can actually navigate and successfully accomplish that purpose. So taking ownership for yourself is something that you have to be able to do. You have to be able to have that mindset. So once you do those 2 pieces of the mantra, you have a purpose and you take ownership for yourself. You've taken care of the me at that part. Now, the third part is being able to take care of the we. And that's a little more where the CISM comes in, and that's being accountable to and for your peers. You know, this is a team sport. Life is a team sport. And we, as public safety professionals, know and understand the need to travel and work together and to be part of the solution, and not just part of the landscape, as sometimes we tend to be. So the message for today is the daily mantra. Every day, I ask you to try, starting with today, to remember to have some kind of purpose, take ownership for yourself, and then be accountable to and for your peers. Again, have a purpose, take ownership for yourself, then be accountable to and for your peers. Full disclosure, sometimes I don't do this so well, just like a lot of people, but that's why it's a practice. We got to give it a shot every day. And that's because, you know what, it's not just enough to survive our professions or survive the day. We can do better than that. You need to decide to thrive. So that's my first CISM perspective from Junk's Yard. Hopefully I'll hear from you again. Remember, be safe and be well. Thanks for staying by.